What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and in this video I have something special for my Pokemon Go fans. So this game just released, oh my gosh, it's completely changing the United States and just everything, everywhere. There were people huddled in groups in downtown. I just saw like 30 to 40 the other night where there was no one ever before, so I'm like, this is crazy. But anyways, in this video I'm going to show you how to use the game no matter where you are, so you can go ahead and start walking, progressing from the confines of your home. So it pretty much removes the travel element of the game. If that was something you didn't like, or maybe something that you couldn't even do, I know a lot of people are living in rural areas and this game is basically focused on big cities. So you can go ahead and start playing this game no matter where you are. And as a little demo, I'm just going to show you guys. So this is the game. Obviously, I'm sitting right here, not out the street walking, but you guys can go ahead and start running, you know, basically exploring the Pokemon Go world without necessarily needing to be there. And you can change your speeds. You can go really, really fast, you know, like if you just really want to progress. Now, I wouldn't say this necessarily ruins the game, but, you know, the whole game is about going outside, getting exercise. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do this. I just want to show you that it is possible. And the best part is it's possible without a jailbreak. So I have this running on iOS 9 right now, the newest 9.3.2, and this does work on iOS 10 as well. So I just want to show you guys, I do have that running in the control center right here. I'm just not logged in, but on the latest beta 2, it does work. And this is basically the PokeGo Anywhere tweak for Cydia, and it just allows you to, you know, traverse the map as you please. But there's one thing I just want to say, you know, it hasn't happened yet, but you're putting your account at risk because just like in Snapchat's case, you might encounter a soft ban. So if they see you doing something like this, they might log you out for a temporary amount of time. Who knows, they might even take the account away. But as far as I know, it's not happening yet. And I would just use a second account for this. Don't put your original one at risk, but that's up to you guys. Whatever, you know, you guys are doing this. I just think it's really cool that it's possible. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to go ahead and install this. Now, unfortunately, you do need a Mac. You don't need a jailbreak, but you need a Mac. You can do this on Windows, but that requires you installing virtual machine and installing OS 10 on there, and it's quite a process. I'm not going to go through all of that in this video. This is pretty much for the people that have Windows with that virtual machine set up, or for Mac OS 10 users. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So there's really not much you have to do. Just have an iOS 9 or iOS 10 device. And let's go ahead and go to the computer and start doing this. And I know this will be intimidating, guys. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but I did it within 5 minutes. It's really not that hard as long as you have everything that you need. And I'm here to walk you guys through everything. And I know if you guys put in effort for this, it will most likely end up working as it did for me. And the cool thing is you can go ahead and run the cracked version alongside the actual version when we're done. So for now, delete any Pokemon Go app off of your phone. So let's go ahead and delete the official one first. And we're going to need to do some downloads on the computer. First off, in the App Store, you guys want to go ahead and download Xcode. So this is the latest 7.3.1. And this is only if your device is running iOS 9. You can go ahead and check in your settings. If you're running iOS 10, you need to get Xcode 8, so beta 2, the newest one. And that can be found from Apple's iOS 9 developer page, just like this. You don't need to be a developer to download Xcode, so I will leave a link for this down below as well, just in case, you know, you're on iOS 10. But this shouldn't apply to anyone that's on iOS 9. You'll just get the regular one from the App Store. All right, so once you have Xcode downloaded, we're gonna go ahead and go into the Launchpad, and you wanna find keychain access. So just keychain, and you guys wanna delete all of these. So just go ahead and delete everything that's in here. It's not absolutely necessary, but it does help to ensure a smooth process. Next, you want to download the actual files. It'll be in a folder called Jailed Pokemon Go Anywhere.zip. You want to make sure you extract that after you download it. And we need to download a cracked version of Pokemon Go. So not the tweaked version from iPhone Cake, but the actual just Pokemon Go cracked version. You can go ahead and download them from here. And yes, this does work with the latest 1.0.2 version. So we're going to go ahead and download that. And once that's downloaded on our desktop, it's going to, you know, be in a whole bunch of jumbles in the name. You just want to do Pokemon Go.ipa. So that's exactly how you want it to look. Just Pokemon, capital P, capital G.ipa. Then you're going to take this and drag it into the jailed Pokemon Go Anywhere folder we just downloaded. So this is what the inside of the folder is going to look like. All right, so we're almost done. All right, so let's begin. And the very first thing we're going to want to do is run Xcode. If you're on iOS 9, Xcode 7.3.1, Xcode 8 if you're on iOS 10. Just want to clear that up again and again. Anyways, on Xcode, we want to go ahead and run it and create a new Xcode project. Master detail application, and just, call it anything. Really, I'm just going to call it Pokemon Go. An organization identifier, just say com.your name, your username, your name, whatever. And this is what the final build will look like. com.vulnerable.pokemon go. This can be anything. I'm just telling you, just write anything. This needs to be your name, and put that in here on this text right here. All right, so save that to our desktop. All right, so as soon as we're in the app, this is what you're going to see. You want to go ahead and sign in with your Apple ID in here. You don't have to be a developer, so don't worry about that. Anyways, once you're signed in, there will be a prompt basically saying fix the issue. So this is creating a provisioning file. If it gave you an error saying that it couldn't create it, it must be this last piece right here. So com.your username or whatever, and just change this text, change it into anything else. It might have been taken already. All right, so once you don't have that fix issue button anymore, you've resolved it. We're gonna go into Xcode preferences, and we're gonna go ahead and select view details. And down here in the provisioning profiles, find the one for the name we are using, Pokemon Go, okay? Show in Finder. All right, so I can close out of this. I just wanna have this little guy right here on the side. So this is basically what's going to allow us to install the app on our phone. All right, so let's go ahead and go into Launchpad and search for terminal and launch terminal. All right, so we're going to hide this for just a moment. So in terminal, type in CD and a space. Then take the jailed Pokemon Go Anywhere folder from the desktop, drag it in, and click enter. All right, so now we're going to go to this page. I will have a link for it down below. This is the reference page with instructions. By the way, major props to whoever made this happen. I just wanted to compile a better tutorial as there was no other one available. So let's go into here. And on step 4, you want to go ahead and select the chmod plus x patch app.sh op tool text. We're going to go back into terminal and paste it in here and click enter. All right, we are almost done, guys. So next, let's go to step 6 and select this beginning text right here, /patch app.sh patch Pokemon Go.ipa. So copy that, and then we are going to go into terminal, paste it, and click space. So there needs to be a space in between IPA and the cursor. And now we're going to go to this provisioning profile that we just set aside and drag it in. All right, so before we click enter, make sure your device is plugged in. Make sure the cracked Pokemon Go file is in the folder and renamed to Pokemon Go.ipa, just like that. All right, let's go ahead and click enter. So now it will begin to go ahead and compile that app. It shouldn't take more than a minute or two maximum. It takes like 30 seconds. So in a moment here. All right, so it says great success. So we have that. So let's go ahead and minimize this. So officially, we should be able to go into Xcode with our device right here. Let's go into Window, Devices, and make sure the device is selected. Click the little plus icon and find in that folder, the jailed Pokemon Go Anywhere folder, there will be a new Pokemon Go-patched.ipa. Go ahead and select open, and now it will begin to install to the device, except in most cases, it will not install. You'll get an error and it should look, well, installed for some reason, but usually it doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend that we got an error, basically saying there's an error with the provisioning profile. So I'm going to delete this. And considering we got that error, if you didn't, you're good, obviously, but most of us will get that error. So we want to go ahead and go back to Safari, and there will be a link for iOS App Signer. Download this, and this is what it will look like right here, iOS App Signer. So we want to go ahead and put the patched Pokemon Go file in it. We want to go ahead and go into our account that we logged into, and in provisioning profile, go down and choose that profile. This is basically the one we made in Xcode, so you want to make sure it is right here. And you can rename the app to anything you want right here. So we're going to go ahead and click Start, and we can say this to the same folder. So this will basically overwrite to the old one, and it will copy the new one in here. And we're going to do the same process and reinstall it using Xcode. So just like this. you can install using iTunes, just Xcode seems to be a little bit more reliable. So back in Xcode, go to Windows, Devices, and again, same device, click the little plus icon and select Pokemon Go Patched. So again, it will go ahead and begin installing it to our device. This time, for anyone that did have the provisioning error, it should install just fine. All right, so untrusted developer, we need to go ahead and trust this in settings. Go into General, Profiles, and trust in here. All right, so now we can go ahead and open up the app. And in a moment here, it should load and we will have our controls on the side of the display. So yeah, guys, I know it's a little bit of a process. It should get simplified in the future, but it is working right now. And I'm very glad that it is. I mean, I don't really play this game, but for anyone that does play it and lives in like a rural area, it makes it so much easier for you. And plus you don't have to go outside now. All right, so a couple little tips on how to play using this. So first off, the speed right here, it's best to keep it at 2, just because, I don't know, 4 doesn't seem to work very good often. So patrol right here basically keeps you walking to go ahead and hatch your eggs, steps, adding steps, and you can encounter a Pokemon randomly like this. So you can change the speed, but it doesn't seem to work very good with 4 times. So 2 times is good. Also, tap to walk is the one most of us are going to be using it on. So it doesn't work as you would think. You would think you would click somewhere and you would go there, but it only goes north. So a way to get it working is just to hold on the left and then you can go around and he will follow you. So just like that. And with 4 times speed, hold down here, drag, and he will begin to walk. So you guys can go ahead and go to very populated areas or whatever. But one thing is, if you get into a battle, you want to make sure to uncheck tap to walk. Otherwise, it will be unresponsive. You won't be able to throw your Pokeballs or whatever. So yeah, guys, there it is. That is Pokemon Go Anywhere, the hacked version of Pokemon Go. So I hope you guys do enjoy this. If there will ever be a Windows version, we'll post that, but highly unlikely. This is just for Mac users at the moment. Sorry about that, guys, but thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy this tweak. Let me know down below how you did. If you guys have any tips, leave them down below for other people. Enjoy the game, guys. Peace.